Illegal, unreported, or unregulated fishing practices thrive in the shadows. But as fishing vessels scour the ocean for fewer and fewer fish, their trails can be tracked via satellite. During routine monitoring in 2020, investigators at EJF noticed 2 vessels fishing for tuna in the Atlantic without the proper authorization. And when we dug deeper, we discovered behaviours that suggested the vessels and their wider network were attempting to avoid any oversight of their fishing operations. All fishing vessels are required to sail under the flag of a nation and, in theory, abide by the laws of that state. But for a period of time, the fleet went stateless, illegally sailing under no flag at all. A ghost fleet, hiding in plain sight on the high seas. To peel back the fleet's cloak of anonymity, EJF located former crew members, interviewing them at their homes in Indonesia.
Masih mengambil itu kalau 1 tahun itu, selama 1 tahun itu pendapatan sirip hiu ya banyak gitu. Ini juga hiu putih pernah dapat, nah, hiu martil pernah dapat, sama sirip. Semuanya sirip. Pernah kapal kita itu mengalami kerusakan ya, dalam hari itu juga kita kerja 2 hari 2 malam. Tanpa istirahat. Tanpa istirahat.
Safety itu kalau menurut bagi saya tuh kurang, karena setiap tamo ketancap di sepatuku, robek, terus airnya masuk. Tempat tidurnya pun coroknya banyak, terus itu terhitung beberapa kamar. Waktu itu dapat di kamarnya aku. Itu sempat dilem, tapi tetap.
While the fleet exploited vulnerable crew, fished illegally and finned sharks, they were able to smuggle high-value catch into some of the most lucrative markets in the world, despite having no authorization and no real flag. As well as near non-existent controls in many of the ports they visited, the opacity of the global fishing industry was also key to the vessel's success. While EJF attempted to raise the alarm, the owners re-registered the vessels under a new flag, switched ID codes mid-voyage, and we also obtained photos clearly showing the bright white paint that had been used to rename the vessels. The fleet also employed illegal transfers of fish at sea to a complex network of collecting vessels, a classic method that illicit operators used to cover their tracks. But eventually, the net closed in on the fleet, and they could run no longer. Following EJF's alerts, the vessels are now blacklisted from operating in vast swathes of the Indian and Atlantic Oceans. Recently, investigators found these images of one of the vessels beached in Pakistan. We believe that now cut off from significant revenue streams, the owners have been forced to scrap the vessel and sell its parts. While this is a success, it's one illegal vessel among thousands. It's not how we will stop illegal fishing worldwide. To stop these destructive fleets for good, we need a fishing sector built on transparency. Simple measures, such as promoting data sharing between nations and making vessel license information, records of violations, and ownership details publicly accessible, will help protect our ocean from these destructive fleets, preserving the critical ecosystems that sustain life on Earth.